And so we're on the backside of that now, really focused on getting people vaccinated so that we don't have another surge, whether it's the Omicron variant or something else. And by the way, not just getting vaccinated, but getting boosted. And I encourage all of you, if you haven't yet done that, get vaccinated. If you're eligible for a booster, please do that. So Ken, are you back?
We are tan, rested, and ready.
Okay, so Ken, before I take up the action on the proposed 2022 budget, which is our next deal, since we spoke the other day in preparation for this meeting, a former state representative who was my state representative passed away. I've got to get to a wake in a different part of the state, and so I know that I am certainly not indispensable. My question to you is, are you able to complete the meeting in my absence from this point forward? If so, I would appreciate an excused. We're having a lot of feedback, kind of like when we started the meeting. Okay,
I think we got it fixed.
Okay.
Tom Talkie, our ever faithful chair of the executive committee, we had put him on an emergency succession plan as well, and so so we're gonna execute that plan right now. And Governor, two things: we'd like to maybe take up the budget and act on it, but then we'd like to move. We've got our award recipients standing by to be recognized and our funders. So in that sequence, I think we can let you get off to a really important.
Well, thank you. Thank you. And look, I appreciate the opportunity to continue to be chair for another year. I have participated in a number of board meetings. This is the most substantive one that we've done since I've been affiliated with JAG, and it reflects an awful lot of hard and good work across the spectrum. And so I thank everyone for the work that you're doing. Our work has never been more important than it is right now. So I appreciate each and every one of you. And I do have to excuse myself now, but I'll leave it in your capable hands, Tom, to conduct the remainder of the meeting.
Thank you, Governor, for all you do for us.
Okay, thank you.
Janelle, we are pleased to report that you are now the Chief Operating Officer of JAG, and we congratulate you on all the wonderful work that you have done. And we are looking forward to working with you in the years ahead.
Thank you so much, Tom, and to the board, to Ken, my partner in this work. I'm honored and excited and up to the challenge. And when many have heard this story before, but when I think of how I got involved with JAG, it was a request from Ken to support our thought leader event, our policy event. And I said, absolutely, I'd love to help. This sounds like something I could really believe in, helping young people so they're prepared for education and workforce success. And after that event, I said, I think I want to stay involved, if that's all right with you. And fast forward.
It was.
And then if you fast forward about 3 months, and this is all, 12 years ago already, it was our National Student Leadership Academy. And that's when our state affiliate leaders, hundreds of students came together for meetings that started at 6:30 in the morning.
We were getting liberal at the time.
And went till about 10 at night. And that is when, at the end of that week, I looked at Ken and I said, I'm not going anywhere. You're stuck with me. This is the best thing that's ever happened to me. So I thank all of you for your vote of confidence. And I look forward to working with all of you. And I know I've had the opportunity to work with many of the board members, but I can't wait to work more in depth with the entire board. And I think our incredible staff, our affiliates, our students, everyone that makes up this JAG family, and the man sitting right next to me as well for the support and mentorship over all these years. So I'm honored and can't wait to get to work.
Well, we're all looking forward to the time when we'll be in person instead of postage stamps on the screen.
Exactly. Cheers.
And but congratulations, and we know you'll do a great job. If JAG has been good for you, you've been wonderful for JAG. Let's move forward then to the budget item. We have had quite a bit of discussion really on the budget already, in the sense that we have a budget now that reflects the new growth plan for JAG, and we have talked about that growth plan. We have a budget that reflects the changes in the personnel that are with the management firms, and we discussed that in executive session. And so as a result, I think it's fair to say that we already have a good background for this budget. Ken or Janelle, do you want to offer comments on the budget proposal?
No, we've been through it. You've got it. You heard Governor Bryan said he'll make sure it gets funded. Bless
That's
him.
the important part.
That was the important part. So, you know, it's like any budget. We are suggesting that we revisit it in June. The world is uncertain, to say the least. We'll see where we are with the expenditures, where we are with the revenues, if there's other issues that arise. So I think it's worthy of a mid-course review when we get together in June.
As those of us who have been on the board a while know, we have had very good management of budgets through the years. We've accumulated some surpluses, which give us a little comfort. So as a result, we have confidence in the management's ability to execute on the budget. Any questions or comments? If not, is there a motion to approve the budget
So moved.
resolution?
We good. You don't have to.
Been moved and seconded. Is there any further discussion? All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Is there any opposition? Hearing none, the motion is approved.
Tom, we've now got many of our award recipients have just arrived. We promised them about 3 o'clock on the Eastern time, and so we know we're late, and a number of our funders have also joined us. So if it's agreeable, I'd like to move maybe with Sharon Robinson's prepared to highlight the award recipients of the 2021 National Leadership Awards. We make a promise to you that you'll be invited next year to do this in person, just about this time when we bring, fingers crossed, all of our people together. But we didn't want to let the moment pass without some recognition now. So Sharon Robinson, who's our corporate secretary and one of our longest serving members of the board of directors, requested the opportunity to recognize our leadership award winners. I thought I just saw her. Hey, Sharon, can you hear us okay? I think she may have gotten somehow kicked off the system. Maybe what we would do, if Janelle is ready, let us do the funder recognition. Mike DeAmbrose had hoped to be able to do this as the executive vice president of Boeing, but he's been called into an emergency meeting. And so Janelle, who's led our fundraising efforts and knows our funders well, will review the list of those that have been our partners in the pandemic.
And the governor walked through many of these great supporters at the beginning of our call, but just again to recognize the importance of your commitment at such a critical time. It's my sincere pleasure to express deep appreciation and recognize you. And you've doubled down during the pandemic in supporting our students and our staff at a most critical time. And it's because of your support, we've been able to enhance and put together this plan that you just approved and help get us the kickstart on all of this work. So investors at the $100,000 level and above, I'm gonna recognize. And Stephanie Tyler, if you're still on here, AT&T at $750,000. We thank you. Synchrony at $250,000. And this is the first half of a 2-year, $500,000 commitment. Entergy at $250,000. ADM at $175,000. And Mike DeAmbrose, our fearless board member, couldn't be with us, but we know he's supporting us and previously did at ADM and now through Jennifer Weber. Regions Bank at $130,000. McDonald's at $125,000. SHRM at $100,000. Bank of America Foundation at $100,000. Lowe's at $100,000, first time commitment, and Honeywell at $1,000. So thank you to all our funders and to the board members that represent these companies for your support in this work. We also want to recognize those who committed late in 2020, and those investments have supported our efforts throughout this year. And that includes that first time investment from Boeing at $250,000, the Walton Family Foundation, Anthem, and Westrock. So the representatives on the board that support these companies, we thank you. And we know that these are coming at unprecedented and difficult times. But you know that JAG is all about resiliency in our young people and in our organization. So we appreciate your vote of confidence, and we will look to you as we launch this incredible amount of work for 2022 and beyond to continue being partners with us long after the pandemic so we can reach these very ambitious goals. Thank you very much.
And what a wonderful roster of names.
Mm-hmm.
If you're known by the companies you keep, we're in really good company. So thank you. We know you get approached by every organization in the country. We know you have very limited resources. We know you take real care in making the decisions. So we're honored that you're investing in our work. And I think if you were unable to be with us when we started, you'll be pleased to know that in the middle and the depths of the pandemic, we had the highest graduation rate in our history. We had the highest employment rate in our history, the highest full-time employment rate in our history, and the highest full-time engagement rate of our young people doing things full-time between work, college, and the military. So your investment is paying dividends every day. So thank you on behalf of all of us in the national organization. And Tom, Sharon, I think got reconnected. So there's the opportunity here to recognize the 2021 National Leadership Awards.
Great. Sharon? Sharon, are you on?
I am on.
Terrific.
I don't know for how long. Let's see
Technology is wonderful when it works.
Yeah. Let's see if we can announce these wonderful award winners. Is it time? Okay. Well, it is really important to recognize the amazing and outstanding award recipients across the JAG National Network for the 2021 JAG National Leadership Awards. The first
Well, she did send me a text that her router keeps going off. So
Ken, you may have to fill in.
all right, let me take that. And if we get Sharon back, she was really anxious to do it.
And where is AT&T when we need them?
They're right here. They've got their teams on the way right now. There's a helicopter right over Sharon's house. I'm confident of that.
Well, we're sure that it's not AT&T that's the problem. Probably some other entity.
God forbid, no. So our first leader is Representative Joe Tate of Michigan. He's receiving the Government Leadership Award for all of his efforts that resulted in $1 million increase in support of Jobs for Michigan graduates this year. But it's not just this year. Representative Tate advocates for the JMG program with his colleagues on both sides of the aisles. He meets with our students. He engages with our organization regularly. because he's seen firsthand the impact of this program. He's a tireless advocate for the disadvantaged youth in general and for the youth in Jobs for Michigan graduates in particular. So we recognize and thank Representative Tate for the impact he's had on the youth of Jobs for Michigan graduates and the broader range of young people in the state. So thank you, Joe. It's a pleasure. We also have and are delighted to recognize Representative Mary Debuson of Louisiana with our Government Leadership Award. She's got a unique perspective on JAG because she's married to a JAG specialist of many, many years in Louisiana. And I think she points out that she's baptized and immersed in the daily duties of a job specialist. So if there's anybody that appreciates what it takes to make this organization work, it's the representative. Mary fully understands the importance of preparing our young people for jobs and post-secondary education. She's been really involved in encouraging the superintendents that in her district, as well as around Louisiana, that if you don't have Louisiana JAG, you should get it. And if you've got it, you should grow it. So we're just thrilled to have her with us and to be able to recognize her as a long-standing friend and a lifelong advocate of Louisiana JAG. So thank you, Mary, so much, and for keeping your husband fully engaged in our work. So thank you.
Thank you so much. May I say just a very short little bit?
Sure.
I just, as you already stated, JAG is so special to me, and I feel like it's such a great connection for Eric and I. And in fact, he's invited me twice so far this year to speak to his students. The last one being a few days ago before I had emergency appendicitis. And so I'm still moving gingerly, but it was awesome. I did an etiquette class because he was taking them yesterday to a very fine dining restaurant in Slidell. And so he said he saw the kids around the table doing their B's and D's for bread and dessert. And I'm so proud of all that he has accomplished. And he's talking about, you know, possibly considering retiring, and the kids.
No, I vote no.
I know, that's what they're saying too. So I don't think he's going to go very far, but he loves it. It's totally, you know, his life, and so rewarding. And I love that our governor is on board, and so we share that. And it's, I can't say enough about it. Everybody at the Capitol and everybody that I know in Slidell knows about the JAG program. So thank you for this honor. It truly is a big honor, and I feel like it belongs to both of us. So thank you.
Well, yeah, indeed so. So thank you, Mary.
You're welcome.
The National Network Leadership Award is presented to Phoenix College. It's being accepted by Dr. Klein Namo, the Phoenix College president. Phoenix College, as I've come to know actually over some period of time, is really dedicated to providing access to the valuable and affordable education and community services, and has demonstrated that commitment through a decade-long partnership with Jobs for Arizona's graduates, including donating lots of space in addition to many hours of staff time for various events that our organization in Arizona conducts. Phoenix College has been home to multiple JAG college tours, summer leadership retreats, leadership development conferences, and career development conferences. On behalf of all of us here at Jobs for America's graduates and Jobs for Arizona graduates, we recognize Phoenix College with the National Network Leadership Award. So thank you very much, Doctor.
Congratulations.
Our National Workforce Development Award is presented to Christine Wade, the Manager of Corporate Citizenship at Deloitte Services, LP. Over the past 4 years, Christine has worked with the New Jersey Chamber of Commerce Foundation, which manages jobs for New Jersey graduates in the state. It's a unique setting where a state chamber of commerce has taken the lead on managing the JAG organization in the state. She's been working closely to provide our students in New Jersey with all kinds of opportunity to participate in Deloitte's Impact Day, to learn about careers in finance and accounting. She's been instrumental in creating a successful partnership with the foundation, the Chamber Foundation, by securing funding as a gold and silver sponsor of JAG New Jersey. She's also, the firm is also a leadership development conference sponsor and a partner with Deloitte Step Up New Jersey program. So it's with great appreciation that we recognize Christine Wade for her leadership and support and commitment to JAG New Jersey. So thank you, Christine. Our next award goes to Kavita Allen, the program coordinator of the Summer Business Institute in Clark County, Nevada, which is Clark County, of course, is Las Vegas. And she is being presented, with a National Leadership Development Award. Since 2017, Mrs. Allen's been a champion and a partner with Jobs for Nevada graduates. The Summer Business Institute features an 8-week internship and includes business mentoring, life skills training, financial management, and a civic engagement project. Through the SBI and the Jobs for Nevada Graduates partnerships, JAG participants in Clark County have provided paid internships with community organizations each summer. This year, there were 33 students who participated in that summer program. It's an honor to recognize Mrs. Allen for her leadership and the efforts to provide youth with meaningful experiences through workforce training, development, and those all-important internships. So, Kavita, we very much appreciate your leadership and commitment. Thank you. Our National Above and Beyond Award recognizes individuals who've exceeded even the highest expectations of service to Jobs for America's graduates. We're delighted to recognize the First Lady of Missouri, Teresa Parson, for this award. It's hard for me to fully describe the range of leadership that Mrs. Parson has provided. She and the governor co-chair the Jobs for Missouri Graduates nonprofit organization. And when they put it in place, there were 6 programs in Missouri, and today there's 98. And the First Lady has been reached about every superintendent in the state. She talks about Jobs for Missouri graduates wherever she goes. She's implemented a program. You can't take a tour of the governor's mansion in Jefferson City without hearing about Jobs for Missouri graduates, because it's in every presentation that every tour guide provides. She's helping to raise money with different kinds of initiatives. And she's helping us reach out to the spouses of the governors when they gather as well. So we're thrilled to be able to recognize the First Lady of Missouri and for all of her leadership and awards. And I know many of our board members had a chance to meet her at the last in-person board meeting that we were able to have. We also would like to recognize now Toby Beva, the Vice President, Senior Associate, Community Partnerships at Santander Bank, with the Above and Beyond Award. Toby first interacted with the New Jersey Chamber. As you remember, that's where our program is located, looking for higher levels of engagement to have meaningful impact on young adults. And we said you came to the right place. Santander Bank provided volunteer support for the Career Development Conference that went above and beyond the development with a special financial literacy competition. With the bank's help, once a boring paper and pencil test, I remember those actually, the financial literacy test is now an interactive game show style competition, complete with buzzers. It's really empowered our young people. If there's one thing they like, it's being able to hammer the buzzer. So on behalf of JAG, we recognize Toby for going well above and beyond, and for all of his creativity and support to bring financial literacy in a meaningful way to our young people. So thank you, Toby. A very special award here for our National Educational Leadership Award for 2021 to Laura Scheibe, for she is the head of career and technical education in the state of South Dakota. She's as close to becoming the mother of Jobs for South Dakota graduates as we're able to find. And she has done an enormous service at a time when the program was not doing well. And there was a moment of uncertainty about the future. And Laura said, not on my watch. So she stepped in, she helped persuade the legislature to fully fund a full-time position with some supporting funding to make sure we could both assure a high quality delivery program. And under her leadership, we've added multiple new schools including in the biggest school district in the state. So she just has been our rock star in the state, and she recruited one of our most enthusiastic and engaged state affiliate leaders who works for her. She's been deeply committed to opportunities for youth, which is why she's in the position she's in. So we're now well established within the Department of Education. She's already looking about ways to expand the engagement of the business community in our work. And I will tell you that were it not for Laura, we wouldn't be there. So thank you, Laura Shutt. Not far away in Iowa, recognize Dr. Lisa Remy, the superintendent of the West Des Moines Community School District. The superintendent is recognized with our National Education Leadership Award for her vision of implementation and leadership support of IJAG. Dr. Beamy's interest is ensuring her students get the support and, importantly, those in-depth employer experiences before graduating from the district. So this kind of employer engagement is something that she's pioneered and is now working its way through the state. IJAG is just thrilled to be a partner in her work-based learning strategy for the West Des Moines students. Her leadership and continued partnership with IJAG has led to building an innovative model for IJAG students in grades 12 to 14 to provide intensive follow-up services and an extended period of support as our young people get into work, training, and education. She's a true champion in thinking outside of the traditional education system to assure that her students are ready and able to both be successful at work and in post-secondary education. So Dr. Remy has our gratitude for her leadership and for helping to build a model for others of us to follow. So thank you very much. We created an award in 2020 called the Leadership in the Pandemic Award. And this year is presented to the Valley of the Sun United Way and is being accepted by the president and CEO, Peria Vargas Jaza. But throughout the COVID-19 pandemic, the Valley of the Sun United Way has stood out among many others as an organization determined to meet the many challenges in their community. In the early months of the pandemic, it brought the nonprofit organization from throughout Maricopa County to come up with a strategy to offer a coherent and consistent strategy to bring the resources to bear on the most urgent needs. This engagement served to both improve the response of the community to the pandemic, but also to engage Jobs for Arizona graduates as a crucial part of the solutions to the challenges that they're having. So we're just really grateful to the Valley of the Sun United Way and the impact it's made on the many young people in the area. And I guess Melissa Boydston is accepting this on behalf of Carla. Thank you to the United Way. I think you heard Governor Ricketts today, but I didn't want to let it get past you that the United Way in Nebraska is actually the affiliate of Jobs for America's graduates, and it's running the program and hiring the staff and deploying them in the school across the state. So we've got some wonderful partnerships with the United Way, and we're grateful to you. So thank you. Today's Government Leader of the Year award is presented to Governor Roy Cooper of North Carolina. Governor Cooper, to his everlasting credit, not only having been a great advocate for public education and improving the lives of the young people in his entire career, but when he became governor after a really contentious election, and the incumbent governor had decided to implement JAG for the first time in North Carolina. But Governor Cooper won the election. And so his people said, well, that was the other guy's program. So, but he looked at it, he called Governor Edwards and says, tell me about this. And Governor Edwards told him exactly the impact it was having in Louisiana. And Governor Cooper said, it's a go. So we've launched Jobs for North Carolina graduates through his leadership. He did send us a video, so I'm going to give the chance here for you to hear it because Governor Cooper has just done some remarkable work, and I guess, again, reflecting our bipartisanship. He did commit just recently $825,000 in the governor's emergency education fund to help sustain and grow jobs for North Carolina graduates.
Hi, everybody. I'm North Carolina Governor Roy Cooper. I'm grateful to receive the Jobs for America's Graduates Award, but the credit goes to our entire team here in North Carolina. Education and training are the foundation of a strong workforce. In North Carolina, we're focused on ensuring our students are ready to take on the jobs of today and tomorrow. As part of my NC Job Ready Workforce Development Initiative, we provided a grant to pilot the Jobs for North Carolina Graduates program in 7 high schools across the state. And we're proud it's a part of the national network. It's helped hundreds of students who face tough challenges graduate from high school and prepare for a job. And it's continued throughout the pandemic to help more students find work. It's more important than ever that we collaborate closely with employers and workforce development partners to give them what they need: well-trained and determined workers. In North Carolina, education is the key to a brighter future. Thanks for this honor, and let's keep it up, JAG.
Well, thank you, Governor. That was terrific. I will make sure we'll put that on our website and on our digital social media. And I know our colleagues in North Carolina will be pleased to highlight this as well. And we're going to actually make sure that all of you are recognized on our national website, in our upcoming national annual report. And for sure, you're going to be invited to join us next year in person. So thank you very much, and much appreciated. On behalf of those 70,000 young people that got help this year with a 96.8% graduation rate, thank you.
Thank you.
Tom, I think we're ready to move forward on the resource development plan. I think Governor Bryant did a nice job of outlining it, and I loved his last line. He says, "I'm going to get it done." So, Janelle would be happy to give you a couple more highlights on it, as would Nikki as well.
Terrific. Janelle, just go ahead.
All right. Well, just briefly, you have the full report in your board book. As the governor said, we reached our goal through a lot of hard work and support from the Resource Development Committee and the board. And you'll see in the report how that was broken down in terms of different opportunities, whether it was general operating funds or event sponsorships. On the 2022 plan, we worked very hard to make this all aligned to, of course, what we just passed with the strategic goals. So I'm going to turn this over to Nikki to just share a little bit more about how we have seen this resonate with both our current funders as well as our prospects. The overall goal is $4 million, as you heard. I wouldn't be surprised if the governor increases that throughout the year. But again, just to highlight a few pieces, I turn it to our Director of Partnerships, Nikki Childers, to share a little bit more about how we see Youth Opportunities Outcomes 2024 playing out in terms of fundraising.
Thank you, Janelle. Just wanted to share. Can you all hear me?
Yeah,
We're hearing you twice.
Okay.
I think that's the problem. Go ahead.
Okay.
Good.
Okay. So I'll be brief. Can you still hear me twice?
No, just once.
Okay, good.
You're doing fine.
Just once.
We love
Okay.
it twice, but once is working.
Okay, I'll be very brief, but I just wanted to share how some of our partners are resonating with the Youth Opportunities and Outcomes 2024 strategic plan. Thinking about where we are with the organization and really pushing it to the next level. A lot of our current funders, as well as our prospects, are really impressed with the work that we put into it. I call our prospects future funders because I'm looking for them to be one of some of our list of people that we do in 2022. And I'm sorry, but I'm hearing audio, so I'm trying to talk without hearing myself a couple of times. But what we plan on doing with the U24 is really putting this in front of our partners, our current partners, and helping them. I'm sorry, my audio just left. I'm sorry.
Sounds like
Yep, she can't hear us, I guess.
technology was working so well through the first part of the day, and now
Yeah.
here we are.
All right. Well, just know Nikki leads our resource development work. She came as a specialist. She was a supervisor at Jobs for Kansas Graduates, and we snarfed her up and said, come to work for us nationally. And she has done just a superb job for us. And as she said, there's only one kind of prospect, and those that are future funders. So we're delighted to have her on the team.
I couldn't look for a better partner in terms of fundraising in this space. Governor Bryant tees it up, and between Nikki and myself, and increasingly Nikki taking over these prospects, I can't say no. So thank you, Nikki, for all the work you're putting in.
Terrific. Thank you,
Thank
Nikki. And we apologize for the technical problems. Let's see, I think we will go then to the scholarship committee.
Yep.
Larry, are you ready?
Yep, I'll be very brief because we're already at 4 o'clock. First of all, I want to thank everybody who contributed over the past year. Despite the pandemic, we had probably the strongest group of applications we've ever seen. We gave out $42,000 awards, which is the most money we've ever given out in any one time. I want to thank Governor Bevin and Leo Denault for making major contributions so that we were able to do that. And so, as always, we're looking for more contributions for the next round of the Smith Scholarship Awards. And so in that vein, Strategic Partnerships and I are going to donate $20,000 in matching contributions. So we are looking for the board to come up with at least 20,000. I'm hoping the board will come up with more than 20,000. It's been a great ride. We've been doing this for, gosh, I don't know what it is, 10, 11 years. I want to give one quick shout out to Mark Nichols, who's no longer with us, as I think everybody knows. You know, Mark was part of this committee from the start. He was an integral part of shaping how the process and the program worked, and Mark was my partner in making the Ken Smith Scholarships work. So I just want to give a note of thanks and keep his family in your prayers. So with that, on the second page of the report, which is in the board pack, there's actually a button where you can donate immediately. So I would encourage everyone to go to that page, push the donate here, and make a donation to the Smith Scholarship Fund. That's my report.
Right.
Thank you. Short and sweet, Larry. But the emphasis is on that last point. Go to the place where you can donate and do so.
And I see
Any
we
other
just got
questions or comments?
Tom, I think we just got a commitment from Karen Coker from Microsoft, our board member, who said she is making a commitment. So thank you, Karen.
No, my
Thank you.
pleasure. I just figured I would start the tip of the iceberg here. So hopefully everybody will join in, and I will go out to my Fidelity and send it along today. So I think the scholarship fund sounds absolutely terrific.
Terrific. Thank you.
Yeah.
And having that link in there is just so handy. I mean, I was like playing around my board packet earlier during the meeting. And I was like,
right.
I was
Everybody,
listening,
please,
I promise, but I thought,
everybody,
I'll
please
donate.
find out how handy it is. It's really
Uh-huh.
handy, everybody. It's really handy. It's
I must
really
admit, I had nothing to
handy.
do with it, but it was a great idea, and I can assure you it works.
Yeah,
Terrific.
yeah.
Okay, the next item on the agenda is open discussion. Any items that anyone wishes to bring up to the board?
I
Okay.
just wanted to apologize to the board. Now I can hear you. I'm not echoing. I'm here. So I just wanted to say very briefly, thank you for understanding, but I was so excited about some of our support our current funders are giving us for the Youth Opportunities and Outcomes 2024. But I also wanted to highlight that we do have some prospects, future funders that are really looking at the direction we're going as an organization. Just to name a few that we're in talks with right now would be Sony, Toyota, as well as AIG, which is the American Insurance Group. They're looking at our priorities and looking at where they can fit in and where they're aligned. So they're so broad enough to where we can have those conversations, but very specific to where they can see where they fit in with us and where they partner with us. And so just wanted to mention some of those things that we're working on. Janelle had mentioned earlier, some of our larger family foundations that are interested in our work. They're wanting to learn more, and they're very impressed with how we're, our priorities are around preparing our young talent for the future. And so those are some of the things that we're working on at the beginning of 2022. And last but not least, we have an amazing list of prospects that will be attending Monday's prospective funder briefing with Governor Edwards on Monday. So just to give you an idea of some of those prospects we spoke with earlier this year or in the latter part of the year that may have not been able to partner in 2021, but looking forward to partnering in 2022. So some of those are Chick-fil-A, Southwest Airlines, as well as World Fuel Services. So those are just some of the highlights that I wanted to share with you. Thank you for giving me the opportunity, Tom, to come back on. But I'm very excited about the work we will do. We do have an ambitious fundraising goal, but I think when we tell our story, they have no reason to tell us no.
Terrific. Now, what a wonderful attitude you have. So thank you so much. Any other items of discussion? If not, then Ken, do you want to give us a rundown on what we can look forward to in 2022?
Yeah. Well, again, you saw the big events we've got coming up. The first one is in May, our first ever National Career Development Conference near Dallas. Come, you will think you've found the lottery when you find the kind of engagement of our young people and our staff. Please do respond as soon as you can on the June board meeting dates we sent out yesterday. We know you guys are all busy, so we want to lock in the dates as soon as we can. So please respond as soon as you can possibly do it. And then think about our national training seminar with 500 or so person, fingers crossed, in person in Las Vegas. Again, a remarkably energizing opportunity, and it recharges all of our batteries. And then again, remember November 30 and December 1 here in Washington with our 40th anniversary celebration and our end of the year board meeting. So, and I do know that Governor Edwards did actually send me a text to please reiterate that he really wants you to come to New Orleans in June. And so just know he would love to have you.
Terrific. Any other items for discussion? If not, I want to thank everybody for their participation in the board meeting today. I reiterate Governor Edwards' comment that this was a very productive and substantive meeting, and we appreciate your participation. And we wish all of you a very happy holiday season, a Merry Christmas, and we look forward to an exciting 2022.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you very much.
Take care.